Okay, welcome back for game 3 versus the Bennington Lady Bulldogs here in this quad. Bennington has played 2 games over at the grade school gym. Next time we have this quad here, the opponent teams will be playing in this gym while we play in the new one, Mike.
I can handle that.
Yeah. So these will probably be the very last varsity games that Minneapolis will play in this gym before the new gym gets cranked up. Last I heard, hopefully by February sometime, but who knows.
Now that new gym over there would have 2 courts, Dale, so you better grease up your pivot on your camera because you're going to be going back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would undoubtedly have 2 courts set up kind of like the Beloit venue.
So one time they were saying hopefully maybe sometime in January, but latest I heard was, well, if we're lucky, maybe sometime in February. May not even, may not get no basketball in it this year at all. But
boy, it'd be nice to catch like a sub-state game at the end.
The Lady Bulldogs have 2 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 3 freshmen.
Zane White is looks like one of the setters for Bennington for Minneapolis. Kirsty Nelson played well the first couple of matches. And for Bennington, Rihanna Massathan. I'm going to have trouble with that one, Dale. And for Minneapolis, Kaylin Blake. For Bennington, 9, and she does look like the setter, Avery Pyle. And the outside hitter for Minneapolis.
For Bennington, junior number 12, Casey Kaiser.
Kylie Fuller. For Bennington, number 12, that'd be Casey Kaiser. And for Minneapolis, number 23, Mackenzie Allison. For Bennington, number 17, Brittany Falcon. She's a senior. And for Minneapolis, number 24, Charisma Vigneri. And for Bennington, number 26 is Jordan Murphy. Now, if you look closely, and for Minneapolis, Faith Koronek. You look closely on the Bennington Lady Bulldogs roster, there's a Shipley. That'd be Kermit Shipley's granddaughter.
There's also a Trout.
And just going there, that's
Jim
Claudia
Goas'
Trout.
granddaughter.
Yep.
I looked over to my left a minute ago and I saw Jim all decked out in Bulldog stuff, and I went, what?
Oh, yep.
And I looked down, oh, okay, Trout.
The libero for Minneapolis is Kylie Roth, and the libero for Bennington is 0, and that would be Claudia Trout.
Yep.
She is a sophomore. Didn't know she could be quite that age already. She acts just like a Trout. She's got the nervous arms. Just watch her. See that?
Yeah.
That's RJ and DJ, just like that. Looks like her mother. And her dad. Third match of the evening. Yeah, girls are used to doing 3, 4, 5 matches on a weekend if they get a good run on a tournament. Good momentum builder here for the girls to build on going into sub-state. They could dispatch the Lady Dogs here tonight. taking care of El Saline and Solomon in 2. Now Bennington, don't know much about their team other than they're always tough competition. And we're underway. Roth with a nice bump from the back row. Fuller, and there's the first point of the game. That's a good start right there. That's a good setup. I'm sure Coach McCulloch, if she drew it up on the board, that's the way she'd want the first point to go down, just like that.
Over the line.
Elson's serve out the back line. And now we rotate in. Number 22 is Alexis Watson. And Zane White hits the bench as they rotate in a tall middle. Blake with the bump. Allison, oh, what a set. Clear to the other side. Fuller there for the kill attempt. Fuller again, this time taps it over, and almost an overpass, but File cannot pull it out of the net as Minneapolis rotates in. Walker and Kornick.
Walker serve.
And that pass from the back row goes right out the back. Not a good pass. 3-1 Minneapolis. Walker again with a nice, and that's a left. Just not enough movement in the arms to tip it. It was called a lift. Now front row attack. Not a extremely hard hit, but Tacey Kaiser puts one down in the middle. As Harbaugh, Kaylee Harbaugh comes in to serve for Bennington. He rotates in quite a few players, doesn't he, Dale?
Yep.
It's over in good shape. Back set Fuller, looked out from here, and that's exactly what the call is. Mr. Conradi, right on the line, called that one out. Another good serve by Harbaugh. The set to Kornick, and that one's out also.
Is that the only word you know? Out, 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 out.
Let's get one in, but wait till we get the ball now. Back set to Fuller, that one's in. And a point to Minneapolis. Side out, and Fuller will go to the service line. Kylie Fuller, just a sophomore. Serve was streaming down the sideline.
Maybe a 4-hitter. Six to serve 4 here.
That's the other thing that does come into play when you run in so many players is continuity in the team play. Oh, what a stop. And the lift on the Bennington side is that one. We were right in front of that one.
Katu.
Big stuff kill. That overpass almost went over. They could not dig it out of the net. Score it a point for Minneapolis. They're out of alignment here. I had, I think somebody on the front row is over on this side. Oh, she was in front of the setter. The number 2 Harbaugh was in front of the setter, which put her on the front row. There's a nice smash to the back by Bennington. It is dove at and missed as Walker got a hand on it, went out the back line. Point, Lady Dogs.
5 to serve 9.
Fuller chases that one down clear over the sideline. Walker bumps it on over. Now the set in the middle, and a nice attack there by Bennington's middle blocker. And a big hit by Charisma. McNary sends it through the block of the Bennington middle blocker. Point, Minneapolis. 10-5, Minneapolis. There's a set. I don't think they're going to get the slow to get to the net as that set was there. The outside hitter just could not get there in time to put a swing on it. Mackenzie Allison with another nice set, or serve. And the pass from the back is terrible. It goes right into the shoulder of the outside hitter.
12 to serve 5.
There's a nice block, and the lift, excuse me, it did not get blocked. It went into the tape, and they considered that fourth hit by Bennington. They bumped it on over that time. Charisma Vigneri. Boy, we're dialed in right now, aren't we, Dale?
Yes.
Nice cross-court winner just inside the line. But you know as well as I do how momentum in a girls volleyball game can change rather quickly.
14 serving 5.
They went ahead and took that one. It wasn't sure if it was going to go out the back line or not. Number 22, Watson, has a nice swing on the ball that goes in the net, and the Bennington coach calls a quick timeout. That's Cody Smith. And we'll take one too. Minneapolis leading 15-5 here in the first game of the third match of the evening. We'll be back.
All right, we're back.
Pretty warm. Set a few records across the Kansas flatland. Ooh, that's an ace. Stomp that baby out. That's an ace.
Mackenzie Allison serving.
Dinks that one a little deeper this time. Now the bump set, and the boy, they just tossed one into the corner. We were not there.
Yep.
Got to cover it when that ball is on this side of the court. Got to watch the one right down the line, and that's where it went that time. Scored a nice point for Bennington. Nelson tips it over. They do too. Now we set. Charisma Vigneri, it's out. Seven, serving 16. Zane White at the service line. That's out if they let it go. We take it. Now the set. Karnick didn't get a good hit on it, but she got a good swing on it. But it still scored a point. Minneapolis has the serve and the point as Kylie Roth comes in to serve for Big Blue. No, in the net. Service error. 8 serving 17. Megan Stanley serving. That one goes in. The pass went clear over to our outside hitter. Our outside hitter placed it perfectly, and that's what Coach Mack is giving high fives about, how it kind of reversed its roles there, but it scored, and that's what we're after. 18-8. Kalen. Excuse me, that's Charisma Vigneri at the service line. That pass goes out of bounds. Just little mental mistakes by the Bennington Lady Dogs. The passes aren't where they want to be. They have played fairly decent on the back row, and they've been able to find that corner right there. It's open, and scored a point and side out to the Lady Dogs. 9 serving 19. McNary with a nice pass to the front. Fuller, whoa, facial. Boy, that one went off the top of the shoulder and the
Zany
cheek.
White got a facial there.
Yeah.
20 to serve 9. Oh. Nelson.
I believe that was Falcon that took the hit. But yeah, it was a big hit by Minneapolis. Good swing, and there's an even better block right there by
Allison Blake.
Yes. Kenzie Allison and Kaylin Blake right in front of their hitter. Nelson, not a good pass. 4 hits. Second pass was even the wrong direction, so hard to recover from misdirection. 22 to 9. Nelson. Kenzie, now Fuller. Tape shot, slowed it down a little bit. Nice dig by Roth, and we dunk it in. They recover. That's out. Good call there by Kylie Roth.
23 to serve 9.
Another pass that goes sideways.
And it'll be game point here, 24 to 9.
Another one that goes the wrong direction. Coach is a little bit beside himself. Bennington didn't play very well, did they?
No,
25 to 9.
Nothing went well for them in that match, that game. We'll be back for game 2. All right, welcome back for game 2 of this third match.
We have switched ends, and Minneapolis will serve first. Charisma McNary with the ace to start it, and the coach from Bennington has seen enough. He's
puts in freshman Maddie Matthews.
I thought he would probably do that. His back row has not played well for him at all. That attack goes in the net. It's Bennington's side out. 1-1 here in the early going.
Now Alexis Watson comes in.
As Maddie Matthews went to the front row, they put in the taller blocker. Walker saves that one, but Allison saves that one, but she was so far up on the front row that left the back wide open, and then Bennington dumps it right in there.
2 to serve 1.
Fuller tips it right down the line. Bennington right there to try and cover. I couldn't tell for sure if that was going to be in or out. She took it, so it was going to be right on the line. Nelson serve. They're just kind of out of sorts, Dale.
3 to serve 2.
Trout in on the back row. Claudia. There's a nice dig by Claudia right there. Bump set. Bennington with a nice attack at the net this time, and our pass goes in the net.
Kaiser dumps it down for the Bulldogs.
Stanley and Harbaugh go into the contest. Harbaugh serves. What a dig by McNary on the back row, and that attack. I didn't see a tip. I didn't either.
Lady Dogs thought they saw one. But
Alexis Watson thought it was tipped, but I think she was hoping for the call.
4 to serve 3. Walker for the Lions.
Over in good shape. Harbaugh with the pass. Watson taps it on over now. Tip is so close to the net. How did Fuller get that one up and over? And then down to the floor it went. Point Minneapolis. Walker again. Trout with a nice dig. Pass to the front. And I think that was Miss Falcon.
6 to serve 3.
On the back row attack. Going out the back row. Yes, that is Falcon number 17.
4 serving 6.
That's Stacy Kaiser. Now the back set, Fuller, and the dig on the back row by Harbaugh. The pass goes out the back. And really, that's Bennington's issue right now. The back row can't get a decent pass up front. We've seen that over the years as well. Falcon had a big hit, but our block sends it way back behind her, out of bounds. It will be point Bennington.
5 to serve 7.
Jane White back in. She'll serve. Tape shot. Fuller there to dig it out. And Kornick knocks it on over. Bennington on the attack now, and they find that open corner. Nice shot there by Falcon. Brittany Falcon.
6.
Go ahead, Dave.
6 to serve 7.
Serve is over in good shape by White.
Kornick was in the net, I guess.
Well, not by much. They usually let that go.
7 to 7.
They did call it there.
Net shot.
Service error.
Yep.
Puts her in the net. Side out to Minneapolis. Mackenzie Allison. Makes darn sure it's over in good shape. Now the back row attack is just tipped over. As Nelson gets a good swing on it, but it
Out of bounds.
goes wide. 8 to 8 as Bennington gets back the service. Megan Stanley. Falcon with the attack, trying for that corner once again, but couldn't get it over the top of Fuller. Ooh, that was close, but out. Fuller with a nice back row attack, just 2 inches past the out of bounds line, and Bennington takes a 1-point lead. It's in. What a shot. Allison just sets it all the way back into the corner. Same spot Minneapolis has been scored on by the Lady Dogs here in this match.
9-all.
Kylie Roth will serve for Big Blue. Nice serve. And the set in the goes over. That's 4.
Nice one-handed stuff there by Blake. 10 to serve 9.
Yeah, that was a little more than just a tip. That was a lift called on White. And the libero comes in to take her place. Look at Fuller get all the way back there, and then 3 people hit it instead of 1. No conversation there. I think we might have had a chance to get it over, but Fuller got all the way back to the underneath the basket to get to that errant pass.
10 to serve 11.
Now the set by Nelson, terrible set. She touched it over there. It should go down on their side, our point. No.
11 all.
Thought that should have probably gone the other way because we tipped it, they blocked it, went down on their side.
Out. 12 to serve 11.
Falcon at the service line. Let her go. Muscled up on that one, tipped it out the back.
12 all. Veneri to serve for the Lady Lions.
Charisma. It's a heck of a tip right over the top of the defenders. That's Tacey Kaiser.
Yeah.
Watson back in, play the front row as they rotate out Claudia.
They knock it out of bounds. 14 to serve 12 here. Timeout, Lady Lions.
We'll take a quick timeout as well. Minneapolis having their way early with Bennington. Now Bennington comes right back in this second game, so playing a little better now. We'll be back. Right back at you. Bennington still serving, leading 14 to 12. Minneapolis needs to get an attack going, and they do, except
into the net.
Into the net it goes. It's a good setup. Just the attack went in the net.
Brianna Massathan serving, if I said that right.
There we go. What a dig on the back row. Now Watson with the kill, and the ball goes out the back. Only it was tipped. She's called it. Yep.
16 to serve 12.
Good pass. Not a good set, though. We're getting the set too close to the net, and they're going to get it.
And Kaiser sneaks that over.
17 to 12. All of a sudden, the Dogs have got a 5-point lead.
We put it in the net. 6-point lead for the Lady
Yeah,
Dogs.
Coach
18 to
McCulloch's
12.
going to call another timeout.
Yep.
A little bit of an issue in this rotation, and Dogs are scoring some points here. We'll be back after this quick timeout. I'll see what's going on. I don't know of anything.
Okay. Just let me know. Okay, 18 serving 12 here. Over the inline.
Massenthan hustled up on that one.
Trout comes in for Bennington.
Point inside out to Minneapolis. Nelson serving. Not a good pass, but they recover. Watson puts it in the net. They had a pretty good setup there in the middle. Point Minneapolis.
14 serving 18.
Oop. You know, all night long we've served real well, and we've had a couple go out the back line in this game. But for the most part, Minneapolis has served well.
19 serving 14.
Harbaugh. Nice serve. Now the setup. That's just right. They're about 2.5, 3 feet away from the net, and Fuller has the correct swing. That thing is going down to the floor.
Korenek's back in for the Lady Lions.
The defense just cannot get in front of her. Now the setup again for Fuller. Off the ceiling. Her pass is right up into the net. It's an overpass. So what a recovery by number 16 over there, Shipley.
20 to serve 15. Kaiser with the serve for the Lady Dogs.
She's pretty tall, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Nice attempt by Korenek. Now the block, and it goes off to the side as Mackenzie Allison puts a swing to it. Scored a point, Minneapolis. Needed that one with a 4-point deficit. Fuller goes to the service line for Minneapolis. Harbaugh with the dig. Falcon with the lift. Should have been a lift on Nelson, but they went ahead and played on. It dumped in on Minneapolis side. It's a point, Bennington.
21 to serve 16.
Massenthun comes back in. Am I pronouncing that right, Dale?
Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. Massenthun or something like that.
Zane White to the service line for the Lady Dogs.
Referees checking the scorecard here with the official scores. Both holding things up.
She's got an issue, Dale. That's best to stop play and check it out, but evidently everything's cool. Zane White. Nice dig by Walker. Now the setup, Vigneri. Falcon on the outside. Tape shot, it goes down in the back row. Scored a point for the Lady Dogs.
22 to serve 16.
White. That's one thing you got to watch out for by tipping it over like that. The other team is there, and they've got a quick jumper off the floor. They can tap it right down. That's exactly what happened there. Quick point.
23-16.
Bennington, a little better defense for Bennington this game too. Error, Charisma Vigneri pounds it through the defenders, and it's a point Minneapolis.
17 to serve 23.
Well, we can't afford to turn over the serve here. We need to just keep on scoring points. Falcon sets it on over. Now in the middle, Kornick. That block by Massenthun. Heads over to the bench over this way and drops for a point Minneapolis.
18 serving 23.
That's out.
Yep. Going to get game point coming up here for the Lady Dogs, leading 24-18.
Nice dig by Walker. Now the setup. Nelson, one of the taller players on the floor. Can't get it to drop on the other side. Scored a point for the Dogs. The Lady Dogs take the second game of this third match, and it's all even at 1 apiece. I think the captains will meet and they'll decide on who serves first and which side. 25-18.
As decisively as the Lady Dogs lost the first game, they came back and took very good control of the second.
Pretty much in control, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with you. They kind of controlled the... They're going to stay on that side, Dale. We aren't going to tell them any different. That side can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question would be, are they going to go to 25 or are they going to go to 15?
I don't know the rules. I've seen B team games stop at 15, but
varsity usually goes
varsity
on to 25.
usually goes 25.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll be back.
Here we go. Third and final game of this match. Bennington comes out swinging. Minneapolis served first, but Bennington scores the first point and take an early 1-0 lead. Good pass by Fuller. She gets it right back, and the attack goes in the net. 2-0 Lady Dogs. Massenthin. Nice serve. We have to attack from the back row, and we do as Mackenzie Allison taps it on over. They dink one in right behind our front row and drops to the floor for a point. Bennington.
3 to serve 0.
Fuller puts it on over. Aren't going to get to that one as Bennington puts it right back in the corner, and Coach McCulloch wants timeout. All of a sudden, Bennington has a 4-point lead already. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Four serving 0.
Awful nice to have that size of a parking lot there. It goes over the set a little close to the net, but Fuller able to adjust, tips it over, and we score a point. Minneapolis and the side out to Big Blue. They should have let that one go because it was going out the back. Falcon reached up and hit it. Point Minneapolis.
2 to serve 4 here.
Good serve. Drops in between the libero and the corner person, Falcon. Falcon comes over to take it that time.
Through the block.
And Kaiser with a big hit from the outside. Yeah, Dale, if the weather's cold, and I want to watch a game, I'll pull in there by them trees in that parking lot, and it'll be a nice view.
5 to serve 3.
Charisma with a good dig. Fuller with a good attack. And they knock it right in the middle. Watson with not an extremely hard hit, drops it right in. Point for the Lady Dogs. There's a sideways spinning serve. Fuller with a big hit. That time just a tap. Try it again. He's blocked. It's stuffed and it drops on Minneapolis side. Point Bennington.
Megan Stanley Jr. took care of that. 7 serving 3.
Fuller tips that time and that's out. Well, we broke that run finally as Bennington tips it out the side. Minneapolis side out. Courtney Walker comes in to serve for Minneapolis. Falcon set it and Claudia Trout.
Faith Cornick barrels it through.
Yeah, we might have been in the net. No.
5 to serve 7.
There's the service there. Yeah, we could have used a couple more there. Bennington serving. Charisma jumps in there and takes that one off the floor. Now Falcon, Minneapolis on the attack. Cornick blocked at the net, but Faith pounds it right through the blocker. Point Minneapolis. Big hit by Faith Cornick. Fuller to the back line, serving for Minneapolis.
6 serving 8.
Now the setup for Bennington, overpass, and Faith does just exactly what you want her to do. Pound that thing down, and she did. Point Minneapolis.
7 to serve 8.
Yep. Oh, it did go over, barely, but Bennington recovers. Faith again, and now we're getting that ball set about 2.5 feet off the net, and Faith is having her way. She can really knock that thing down to the floor and score the last 3 points for Minneapolis.
Lady Lions come back to tie at 8 to 8. Bennington takes time out. We'll be right back. Kylie Fuller continues to serve.
We're all tied up at 8. Pretty good match here. Minneapolis took the first game, Bennington the second. Now, both teams. That didn't quite go over. Faith was set just right. Maybe just a little late getting to the ball there at the net.
8 to serve 9. Or not, excuse me, 9 to serve 8.
Zane White. Fuller with the pass from the back row. Charisma Vigneri with the big swing. Fuller again. Oh, that's in. Nice, very nice.
9 all. Mackenzie Allison back to serve.
9-9. Overpass, come over. They've got Bennington with a lift. That pass came over in Charisma. Dropped the hammer on it.
Take the lead, 10 to 9.
Pass to the front. Stanley with the set. Blocked by Cornick. Has Kaiser. Pretty good outside hitter. He's a tall drink of water.
Out of bounds and went, 10 to 10.
Just about missed it with Harbaugh on the front row. She's got to be all of 4'11". Here's the set. Nelson, nice attack. Down the middle, Kornick. That'll work. Bennington just could not handle it.
Lady Lions go back up in front, 11-10. Kornick comes out.
Pretty good smash by Faith. Now Roth.
As does Walker.
Yeah, if we can get through this rotation right here, we'll be all right. That'll work. Bad pass by White. Scores the point for Minneapolis, 12-10, Big Blue. Another good serve by Nelson, and the ball is about 3 rows up over here.
Falcon and Trout come in for the Lady Dogs.
He had to sub or libero for somebody that kind of came around with that one. That was kind of neat. Big swing by Bennington, and they get the side out.
11 to serve 13 here.
Falcon back to the service line. Allison with a nice pass, back set, tip by Vigneri, and they aren't going to get that. Nice tip by Charisma Vigneri.
14 to serve 11.
Vigneri. Ooh, nice serve. Low liner. I don't believe it was tipped. It was just mishit by the Lady Dogs. Went out of bounds on our side. Score it, point for Minneapolis.
15 to serve 11.
Kaiser with the set. And it's just bumped on over. Now Nelson. Fuller set just a little bit too far away from the net that time, but close.
12 to serve 15. Massacre for the Dogs.
Uh-oh. Overpass. That's just where we have a little issue with our rotation, I think. Well, they cover up. Bennington does a nice job on that attack. Minneapolis attack. Now, 2 Lady Dogs dive for it and can't come up with it. That's Shipley.
16 to serve 13.
And Masson. Good pass. Well, he's right there. We knew it kind of looked like she was going to tip it. A little bit slow getting to the ball. Goes down on our side. Point Lady Dogs as Harbaugh comes in to serve for Bennington.
14 to serve 16.
Megan Stanley back in to play the front row as Bile comes out. Yeah, there you go.
Good recovery.
Nice dig by Nelson. And Claudia Trout with a nice dig on the back row. Tip, Nelson real quick for Minneapolis. Now Fuller again. She hit it twice. Drops on our side, an overpass. Underpass, whatever you want to call it. It just a little bit too far for our front row to get on.
15 to serve 16, Harbaugh, the freshman.
Got to go over this time, and it's not going to go over.
16 all.
sideways spinning. That's funny. Not a good set by Watson. She's trying to set the ball up front for Megan Stanley.
Cornick comes back in. 17 to serve 16.
Courtney Walker. Good. Good serve. Cornick backhands that one over. Fuller was there for the attack.
Kaiser with the kill there. 17 all.
That line judge had her arm pointing the other direction. Kind of fooled me.
Kaiser will serve. Oh, my.
What a save.
We went over the line, apparently.
Yeah, Allison went over underneath the net.
18 to serve 17. Each team has battled back from deficits.
That's out. Ooh, I was fooled on that one. Coach McCulloch saw it was going to land. I thought it was going to go long, but it was definitely in, pretty easily in. We let it go, and it's a point. Bennington and Coach McCulloch with a quick timeout as they all of a sudden
lead 19-17. We'll be back. Okay, the Dogs up 19-17, and Kaiser with the serve.
Be nice to get a side out, break this service right here. Kaiser, fairly decent server. Nelson with the pass up front. Cornick, big hit. What a dig by Falcon. Just couldn't get to it.
Big hit by, was that Watson? Alexis Watson? 20 to 17.
Boy, what a save by Vigneri. That's Falcon. She gets blocked. Coming over. Trout sets it on over. Now the setup. Cornick, it's in. Good call. Right on the line.
18 to serve 20.
Fuller puts it over in good shape. Falcon. I don't know why they point the.
I don't either. That confused me.
Yeah, point that way, and then they changed their arm to the other direction. I'm thinking they changed their mind. The point was coming our way, but not.
21
Bennington
to serve 18.
Scored the point, and it looks like Zane White back to the service line. 3-point lead. Walker. Cornick. It's down. Nicely placed attack by Faith Cornick. Right in the middle. The Lady Dogs could not get to it. Now Mackenzie Allison. Good serve. Nice dig on the back row by Kaiser. Now big swing by Vigneri. And Minneapolis there to block. Falcons attempt. Now we go long. Point, Lady Dogs.
22 to serve 19.
Side out to Bennington as Megan Stanley goes to the service line. She's a junior. Walker with a nice dig on the back row. Nelson can't get it over the net.
$23 to serve 19.
Stanley. Not a good set there. Terrible pass.
And match point coming up for the Lady Dogs, 24-19.
Oh, okay. I'd be setting on the other side. That's just me. Nelson hammers it over.
Two left lift. The Lady Dogs take it, 25-19. I don't know how they fared over at the grade school gym. But
I don't either.
They take this match.
That was a nice comeback by Bennington after getting drubbed in the first game of this match, 25-9. Bennington Lady Dogs came back to take the second game, 25-18, and then this one, 25-19. Minneapolis not playing well at the net offensively here in this third game of this third match. So Bennington wins it, and they did come together there and play a lot better down the stretch in that third game.
The Lady Lions improved their record this season to 9-17, and will take part in Sub-State up at Beloit this coming Saturday. If you all can make it, I'm sure they'll appreciate the support. Well, with that, we're going to sign off.
Sign off.
Get off. Get ready for work tomorrow.
That W word.
Well, thanks for being with us here, Mike.
Well, Dale and I have kind of hit and miss through the volleyball season. Dale's been doing double duty at his job, and it's been tough to get something lined up, but we're really glad that we got to put the ladies on tape here tonight and give you a chance to watch them through the week as the week to come. So I'm going to sign off and let Dale do his normal thing. Thank you for listening. And
thanks as always for having us in your home. Good night, folks.